We see such symbols several times. These represent numbers. These numbers are called Roman numerals. This method of writing numbers is called Roman numeral system. Numbers in this system are represented by combination of letters. The Roman numeral system uses 7 letters. These are I, V, X, L, C, D, and M. Let us know the corresponding values of these symbols in Arabic numerals. Value of I is 1, V 5, X 10, L 50, C 100, D 500, M 1000. To write numbers using these letters, there are set of rules. One can be written as I. But how can we write number 2? We can write it using multiplication rule. That is, if a symbol is repeated, its value is multiplied by the number of times it is repeated. But remember, only I, X, C and M can be repeated. V, L and D cannot be repeated. Second, no numeral can be repeated more than 3 times. 2 can be written by writing 2 times I. Here, the value of I is 1 and 2 times I is 1 into 2 is 2. 3 can be written by writing 3 times I. Here, the value of I is 1 and 3 times I is 1 into 3 is 3. 4 can be written by writing 4 times I? No. Because no numeral can be repeated more than 3 times. Therefore, we cannot repeat I 4 times. Another way to write 4 is 5 minus 1. But how can we write it in Roman numeral system? We can write it using subtraction rule. That is, if a symbol of smaller value is placed to the left of a symbol of greater value, its value is subtracted from the value of the greater symbol. Remember, V, L and D are never subtracted. I can be subtracted from V and X. X can be subtracted from L and C. Symbol for 5 is V. We can write 4 as IV. Here, I is placed on the left side of the V. The value of I is smaller than the value of V. As the rule says, we will subtract the value of I from the value of V. That is, 5 minus 1 is 4. Now, to write 6, we will apply addition rule. That is, if a symbol of smaller value is placed to the right of a symbol of greater value, we add its value to the value of greater symbol. We can write 6 as Vi. I is placed on the right side of V. As the rule says, we will add the values of V and I. That is, 5 plus 1 is 6. Similarly, we can write 7 and 8. Here, V is 5 and 2 times I is 2. That is, 5 plus 2 is 7. For 8, the value of V is 5. 3 times I is 3. 5 plus 3 is 8. Symbol for 10 is X. To write 9, we will apply subtraction rule, which we have discussed. I has smaller value and is placed on the left side of the X. Therefore, we will subtract the value of I from the value of X. Here, the value of X is 10 and the value of I is 1. That is, 10 minus 1 is 9. Now, how can we write number which will use 3 letters? For 3-digit number, we will apply rule, that is, when a smaller numeral is placed between 2 larger numerals, then it is always subtracted from the larger numeral immediately following it. Example, we can write 14 as XIV. According to rule, we will subtract the value of I from V. not from x. Value of iv is 4 and x is 10. 10 plus 4 is 14. Pause this video and see all the rules which we have discussed. We will learn to write large numbers in Roman numeral system in our next video.